it was really interesting because it triggered a thought in my mind when Mary Yates said it was like Vietnam. I don't think there are a lot of people in this room who were in Vietnam. I happen to be one of the unfortunate few that were there. And the aerial view of Newport Beach fire rings looks like a carpet bombing pattern. I'm telling you. Now, that had gone from my mind maybe 20 or 30 years ago. But I looked at the aerial photograph, I saw, oh my God, this is Vietnam revisited. Now, it's really not that bad because Vietnam was horrible. But I would like, as I said at the beginning of the testimony, for the cities to come in and sit down with Dr. Wallerstein and his staff and see if there's... And would Scott Hamlin come to the vacant microphone?
Yes, good morning. My name is Chris Epting. I'm a Huntington Beach resident. I'm a local author. I've written 20 books on the history and culture of Orange County. I read a newspaper column in the Huntington Beach Independent newspaper called In the Pipeline. And I'm not here representing the paper. I'm here as a citizen. A couple of things up front. Mayor Yates, thank you for your service, first of all, in the service. But I would take issue. I had an uncle, retired Rear Admiral Frank Gallo, who piloted at Vietnam too, and I think he would probably take issue equating. We keep hammering that Newport is Vietnam, is carpet bombing. I think that's very excessive. And
did you ever see carpet bombing?
I've seen footage of it, but I'm not.
Then you don't know what you saw some pictures. I saw it.
Okay,
I know what I saw, and that's the way I see it.
And it's
now,
exactly
you have your opinion.
Okay,
I have my opinion.
I'm saying
I have no problem with you having your opinion.
Sir, this is my
time.
Don't
question Mary Yates' opinion or my opinion because we have a right to have it just like you do.
As do I, sir. And you crossed my time when I was addressing Mary Yates, and I was saying to equate.
I didn't say carpet bombing. He said carpet bombing.
I was addressing Vietnam, and I think it's excessive.
During 4th of July, it looks like downtown Thompson Newton.
Okay.
Under siege.
That to me seems excessive, as does your quote, you don't need science, which you said for this room. I would argue you do need science to prove these things. Okay, I want to echo what my associates from Huntington Beach have said, but I have a question for the board here. How many people, by show of hands, have been to a beach bonfire in Huntington Beach, please?
Oh, I have.
2. Okay. I would encourage the rest of you to check it out because, you know what, it is a very different experience than Newport. What we're talking about here, you're pitting two cities against each other in a way that I quite frankly find offensive and nefarious. Newport clearly has its issues. You have concerned citizens here that have smoke blowing in their face. You have well-to-do citizens that are tired of riffraff on their beach. This is the legacy of Newport Beach bonfires. It is not the legacy of Huntington Beach bonfires. I would also like to point out there is not one home, private home, on the beach at Huntington Beach. Did you know that? Not one single private home. Who knew that by show of hands? 2 of you, again. Who knows how many public complaints have been filed with the city of Huntington Beach about beach bonfires? 0. All right. I would encourage more people to do their homework here before proceeding with this draconian sort of ban. And I've been using that word a lot in my newspaper columns because I think it's appropriate. This is draconian. The people are not being spoken to, the people are not being informed, and the people, quite frankly, are fed up with the arrogance and dismissiveness that are being presented by this board. Thank you. Unless you have any questions or comments for me.
You're an angry gentleman, aren't you?
You know what? I'm not an angry gentleman, but I'm frustrated.
This is my second encounter with you, and you've been angry both times.
Sir, you know what? In all due respect, I'm frustrated with the process, and I'm here on behalf of a lot. And I would appreciate your undivided attention, too, if you can get off your blackboard for a second. Okay, I'm here to speak to you on behalf of a lot of people that have been writing me this week, readers of my column and people that see me on television and say, you know what, go out there and give them hell because we're fed up with this. You never notified our city you were doing this, okay? That never happened. Are you aware of that? Show of hands again, 2 people maybe? So that's why I'm here, and yes, I'm angry about this, and you know what? I think a lot of other people are too, and I think they have a right to be angry, okay? You're taking something away, you're attempting to take something away from the city and this culture in Southern California that affects millions of people and a lot of dollars to my city.
Are you a smoker?
No, I'm not.
You see, so it didn't bother you when it was stopped from smoking in restaurants, right? Or how about this? Do you think we should allow smoking on the beaches?
You know what? There is still smoking allowed on the beaches, Huntington Beach. Not because of the smoke, but because of the trash. Are you aware of that?
No. How about cigarettes?
Cigarette smoke, you know what? If people keep their distance, I was on the beach yesterday with National Public Radio doing a story about this. She said, wait a minute, there are no beach pits for a mile from where we are. This is nothing like Newport. Does the AQMD know this? And I said, you know what? I guess they don't, because obviously enough people haven't come to check it out. So you can dismiss me and call me angry and treat me like the irrational public. I'm here representing the angry, irrational public. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony. Bill Reardon?